Thank you, Heather, for your presentation. I wanted to move on next, but I want to thank the media who have come today and also to the interpreters, Laura Henry and Carolyn Lazonsky. A little bit of difficulty with the name, and there was one more who will be coming later, who is Brian Dwyer. So just thank you to everybody coming up today. We have some hearing people who are supporting us, and we have the meeting here as well. We have Omni here, and we have to remember Anselmo's television program at the World Federation of the Deaf, and really honored deaf people. And if you remember, we had the deaf mentors, the hockey player and what have you, at that TV, so we had them as well. This production will be placed on the web. If you'd like to get a link of what's been videotaped today, Megan, it will have that link available. You can email her, and we're going to do other Canopic. Chris is the former president of the Canadian Association of the Deaf and was in charge of organizing the World Federation of the Deaf hosted in Montreal. He is a long-standing deaf advocate for a great many years, and he is a graduate of the class of 91. And the okay, this is making that I've got a kid check here, and I know where they all are. I am so inspired to see so many of you here, the students at Washington, D.C., and the way that they are doing what they are at Gallaudet inspires me. They are putting everything else in their life on hold, and they are protesting 24/7. We go back to 1988. How many of you were on the Gallaudet campus in 1988 during the protest? Veterans. And look at that. During 1988, that was it. You know, for 2 weeks during that struggle. And the goal was to remove the hearing president and to bring in a deaf president. And we worked so hard. During that week, I wouldn't be surprised if we all ran maybe 150 to 200 miles running around that campus. We were trying to run from one gate to another to make sure that we were able to lock out everybody. And it was a lot of work. You know, we wanted to support, and we couldn't. We had to get everybody else in. Let's do this, let's do that. We had the police coming into the campus. We had all the buses moved to block the entrance. It was a lot of work for 2 full weeks. And we look at that in March. We saw so many of those students who buy tickets, and they usually go home. They usually buy their airline tickets. They go home to enjoy their March break. But so many of you ripped up your tickets, threw them in the bonfires. And the reason being was because you have a value. And you have a value for Gallaudet and for the deaf people in America, but internationally as well. We have hearing individuals who have been in control for such a long-standing period of time, and we felt it is. In 1988, when they did appoint a deaf president, and actually, it's a funny story, we have King Jordan, who stood up and he said, I accept that I have lost. And Krasinski is now president. The students actually just breathed at the fact that he accepted that decision. And the rest of us stood strong. And we did not give up. For that entire week, I would walk to the dining hall. We would see King Jordan walking past me. And we would look at him and we'd say, well, why did you give up? Why did you do that? You should have supported us. We would have supported you. He did not respond. We went to the cafeteria, we sat at the cafeteria eating, and we would look to the TV. And we saw King Jordan stand up, and he was on live TV and say, I support your protest. I support your protest. And I said, I just walked by him on the alley. And now he's standing here on live TV saying that he supports our protest. And what happened? What was the result? We won. We did it. We had King Jordan elected. And now years and years and years later, and again, I'm confused because now it's King on the other side. He's on the other side of the street. So now I'm thrown. I truly am. I'm confused. You remember the comment? It was about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes a night asleep. That was it. And now he's again accepting that Jane Fernandez is our president? No, she is not. She cannot be. You don't know who she is because she's not involved within the deaf community. Not involved with it, am I right? The deaf community, what do we ask for? You need to be involved. You need to be a role model internationally. You must be involved. You must be and socialize with people. That is the key to success. That has yet to happen with Jane Fernandez. Who the hell is she? That's the reason that we are here today, because it's not what we want. Again, at Gallaudet, they say we need to keep our mind open. And it's not just something that's happening at Gallaudet University. It happens here in Ontario as well. It happens in Canada. It happens everywhere. We have hearing and we have deaf, and they have an identity. We have an identity problem. Individuals who are very much supporting of autism and others who are not. It has to stop. It must stop. We must continue to support Gallaudet and continue to fight. We need to fight for Ontario and for all of Canada. We look at children who are 3 years old who are starting to fight to get into Milton School. They have to fight to get in because the superintendent and the directors are hearing and know absolutely nothing about the deaf. Nothing. So we look now, we have principals who are deaf and who feel powerless because they don't have the full intent, they don't have the support. We're seeing everybody giving up and giving up and giving up. And now we need to look to Gallaudet because of the oppression and the autism that has happened for such a long-standing period of time. We don't want it to go on for another 100 years, do we? That's why we need to begin this fight. We need to continue this fight. We look at all of you in your prominent positions and where you have gotten yourselves to, and now we need to know that it's you. It's deaf, and you will be deaf until you're dead. Your support and your ongoing support. I'd like to ask Jerry Malkowski to come up now. Now, Jerry is a former MPP for Yorkie in the NDP party. He's also been an advocate for the deaf community for many years.